Hey guys, it's Fox. So, tonight I was at a friend of mine's and we used to work together when I worked at the day spa. I've worked at several, but this particular one has a ridiculous amount of stories that I like to call politics. Um, yeah, a lot of stuff has happened, but this particular situation I just thought I would share with you guys because it just cracks me up. And yeah. So there was this guy, and I won't say his real name. We'll call him Jim. And Jim would come in for waxing. And he would come in and get a back wax and sometimes his chest, whatever. And he was always a little awkward, a little weird. He also would come in with a couple of the other people that worked there for massages. Of course, you know, being a day spa, we did massage therapy, we did waxing, we did facials, we did nails, you know, manicure, pedicure, we did everything. So he would come in for waxing and he would always try to get me to sit down in front of him while he's laying on the table to talk to him. And I learned very quickly after the second session of him having me sit to talk to him that he was really doing it to look down my shirt, which is not okay. So yeah, I didn't do that anymore. And whenever he would talk to me, I'd be like, well, I'm really busy. You know, I got to keep going. I can talk to you while I work. You know, that's fine. So he comes in during whatever season it was. I think it was summer because he came in for a waxing for his back and then he was having a massage. And he was on the table and he asked me, do you think that I have a fat butt? And I was like, what? No, of course not. You know, like, I'd say your butt's just fine. I mean, I have to be careful what I say because, I mean, it is a day spa and, you know, not a massage parlor. We don't do the body shampoo, as we know is all code for hanky panky. So yeah, Jim asked me if he had a fat butt. And he keeps asking me, and he says to me, well, I was walking up the stairs at work, and somebody said, hey, move it, fat butt. Which I'm sure they didn't say fat butt. I'm sure they used an expletive. But, you know, a little A $sign. But yeah, so I just kind of finish up what I have to do. And he goes out and he's waiting for his massage therapist. And he has his massage. He leaves. And mind you, he always would wink at all of us. No matter what. He winked at me. He winked at a good friend of mine that works at the spa. We'll call her April. That was not her name. But we're going to call her that for the sake of not getting in any kind of trouble. But yeah, so April, he would wink at her. He would wink at the receptionist. And we started calling him Jim the Winker, and then ultimately became the Winking Wanker. He was quite a character. But so yeah, he asks April, do you think I have a fat butt? And I'll never forget when she told me this story because she could not tell the story straight. She was just laughing so hard because he's so awkward. He was so weird. So he's like, do I have a fat butt? And she's like, well, Jim, I would say you're proportionate. Which, I mean, that's the best answer. What else are you going to say, you know? So, yeah, he's going on about the fat butt every time he comes in, asking the same question. And basically, I started saying the same thing. Well, you're proportionate. And then one day, I just said, I'm done waxing him. Because he was getting weird. And he kept trying to look at my boobs. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. So I put him on my blacklist. He was blackballed from seeing me. Was not okay. He was no longer a client in the red for me. Or, I don't know, maybe that's backward. I don't know. Anyway, he was not allowed into my client book. And he had to see somebody else, which was fine with me. But he'd always come and pop into the nail room and peek his head in and try to talk to me. And I was like, I'm busy doing stuff. So he goes out to the front and he proceeds to lay on the floor of the lobby and crack his back, like leaning over, pulling his knee, pulling his thing. It was awkward. Eventually, he got blackballed from the whole spa, and that was it. But he was just awkward. So that's my story about Jim, the Winking Wanker. Bye. Hope you